It's mystery box day. Let's go to the craft room and see what's in the box. All right, I am up in my craft room and I'm ready to crack this open and see what I have to DIY with this round. Courtney over at Creative on the Cheap runs this whole thing. She picks who sends boxes to who, and she also was the one that sent me a box last time. The challenge items were very intense. Still a little salty about it because she didn't ask me to send her a box this time. And honestly, that could be because she's scared of what I might send back to her, with good reason. She's keeping an arm's length away from me. If you're new to the mystery box challenge, basically it's like a not so secret Secret Santa. Everyone gets a name. You pack up a box per the rules of that particular challenge, and then you send it off. And then once you get a box, you have to follow the rules and DIY with it. I packed up a box and sent it over to Jamie at the Crafty DIY guy. So you'll have to check out his video next to see what I sent him. And this box came to me from Val over at Auntie Cuckoo. And Val has sent me a box before. It was Christmas last year, and the second I pulled it out of the mailbox, it jingled. I can confirm there's no jingling this time, so hopefully that's a plus. This box is a Dollar Tree box, so everything in here, she was supposed to send me 7 to 10 items from Dollar Tree. There are 2 items in there that are tricky to DIY with that she's designated somehow that are my challenge items. And then the twist this time that Courtney gave us is that you have to use one of those challenge items along with cardboard from this box. Oh, look at the little squirrel. I love these cards. They are so fun to get a card in these boxes. Hey Whitney, are you dreaming of pumpkin weather like me? I sure am with my orange sweatshirt. Hope this box brings you some fall fun until the weather catches up. Can't wait to see what you create. Ooh, I'm hoping there's fall stuff in here because I'm ready. I'm ready. First, I'm seeing this. I picked up some of these too. These pumpkins are awesome for $1.25. I love this orange color with the flex. Went for Dollar Tree. We got some green ribbon, beaded pumpkin. I haven't seen these in my store yet. This is really cute. Oh, cute, a little book stack. Welcome Autumn. This is pumpkin fabric. This is cute too. It's got like green pumpkins, white pumpkins, orange pumpkins. Acorns. Matches the card with the little squirrel on the front. It's a nice little blank. Oh yes, that's cute. And I think there's something hiding under here. Oh, cute. And then a little pumpkin sign. Val totally watched last time and she felt sorry for me because Courtney was so mean. Wait. Time out. I haven't seen the challenge items yet. Let me just reel it. Getting a little too excited, and usually that happens and then I just get like smacked in the face with the challenge item. Challenge item number 1. It is an interesting shape. Okay. Stop. Wait, just kidding. It's a hexagon, not an octagon, but it could still be. Stop. Okay, Val. Big money, no whammies. Pressure left reference. Anybody get that? And a little jug. Okay. I am very happy with this box. Also, I feel like I need to put an asterisk. I love Courtney dearly. Please do not think. I had some people comment last time and think I was like giving her a hard time. I didn't like her. Like, it's all in good fun. And in all in good fun, let's take this box, mix it up, and roll out a big Yahtzee of fall decor.
Okay, so here's a quick little behind the scenes before I get into DIYing. I lay out all the items that I have. I know what I want to use together, and I add little post-it notes of ideas that I want to use everything for. So I have a plan moving forward so I know what goes with what. So like down here, I know I got to use the cardboard, so I'm going to try to combine that stuff. And then all of this is going to turn into a wreath. So let's get started. So first we need a base for our wreath. I am grabbing this one from Dollar Tree. I like that it kind of looked like wood, and I'm trying to keep this whole thing Dollar Tree if I can. I also grabbed 2 eucalyptus stems, also from Dollar Tree, like I said, and these are awesome because they're so long. So what I decided to do was fold them in half and then tie them to the form, so in case later on I want to reuse them for something else, because I love these, and if they don't have them next year I'll be sad. So I wanted to be able to reuse it if I needed to. I used jute twine to wrap both of them around, and then I bent them so that they would kind of follow the shape of the circle. Then I'm going to add 2 more Dollar Tree picks. These are some beautiful, like deep burnt orange velvet picks. And we're going to grab the acorn pick that Auntie Cuckoo sent me, and we're going to add both of those onto the little squiggles just to eliminate a lot of the bulk, because I didn't want to add another pick when my wreath form is thinner than a traditional wire one.
Then we're going to use just a little bit of hot glue with the green ribbon that came in the box to create just a little stand for my pumpkin that's also from the box. I thought this would look so pretty as kind of the focal point, and I like that the oranges of the background pumpkins as well as these front ones are different. Then I grabbed one more of those picks because I grabbed them in a group of 3, not knowing what I was going to use them for. I popped 2 of them off and I saved the other one. We're going to use it in a later project. The last thing I wanted to do was use a little bit more of that beautiful green ribbon from Val because I thought it would really make those eucalyptus picks pop out of the background. I'm just looping it around and then tying a bow, so then that way I have a way to hang it. I'm just messing with the wired pieces inside of the ribbon to get it to sit how I wanted, and then I'm just going to dovetail the ends real quick and finish it off. I think this wreath looks super high end for Dollar Tree items. Now granted, it is a bulky Dollar Tree project, so you could definitely use whatever florals you have on hand. And then I'm just hanging it on a blanket ladder. I weaved a kind of shepherd garden hook over my blanket ladder, or you could opt to use the wreath form as the hanger itself. I love these greens and deep oranges together. So pretty. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I stared at this fabric for quite some time because I think because it's such a traditional craft item, I was like, what am I gonna do? Then it hit me. I created this template in Canva and I unrolled all of my fabric and decided to use it to cut basically a, doubled up size. Kind of like if you were back in grade school and you were cutting a heart, you want your crease to be down the center. And once we cut this, we're going to have a fun little pennant shape. And I will have the template over on my blog if you would like to download it and make this project. Then I'm going to go through with just some heat. I'm using my mini press to get out any of the creases, and then do any additional trimming that needs to be done. Now here's where the magic happens. We are going to hem both sides of these with just a little bit of heat so I kind of know where I'm gonna glue. And I'm going to make this a no-sew project, but you could easily sew right where I'm putting the glue. I just don't have a sewing machine and I didn't want to do this by hand. And once you see what I'm making with this, the glue will hold up just fine. I like to use the strong Gorilla Glue that works for fabric. Run a layer of hot glue across the top and fold that strap down. And then we are going to add some more hot glue and hem our edges just so they look a little bit more finished around the bottom of the triangle. Once that's all set, you are ready to go, minus any glue pops. And I'm just gonna take Sebastian's collar, I'm gonna slide it right through this opening, and I have a really fun and festive fall bandana for photos. If we go to any fall festivals and take him this year, he's not a huge fan of having something tied around his neck, but he's used to wearing a collar, so I clipped it on. Don't worry, he was paid for his appearance in this video in treats, and he loves it. If this was tied on, he would try to bite it off, but hooking it right on the collar made it perfect. He looks so cute. The orange is so fun on his black fur, and he's gonna be rocking this all fall. For this next one, I am grabbing that little stop sign, and we're going to start by removing the stick on the bottom because I just want the large wood piece on the top. I'm going to put the wood dowel rod in my wood scrap pile because that will be great for additional projects down the road. So I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to add a little bit of Waverly Antique Wax just to do a faux stain, just because I wanted this to dry a lot quicker than it would if I use traditional stain. You put it on, you wipe it off, and you can still see the pretty wood grains. I'm going to add some hot glue as well as a little loop with some jute twine to the back to kind of make it look like an ornament, and you will see where I'm going with this in a second. I also wanted a little bit of verbiage on there, so I just cut out Hello Fall. These are 2 of my favorite fonts right now. I will link the information on what they're called down below so you can check it out. Just head under the video, click more, and you will be able to download it. I had to get a little creative because I made it a little too big. Doing Cricut for years, I still mismeasure, so don't worry about it if you do too. And then we're going to grab the pumpkin from the box, and I'm going to use some needle nose pliers to unhook all of this wire, and I'm going to remove all of these beads because we're going to use them for a different purpose. I'm also taking this garland that I grabbed in the fall section at Dollar Tree. It's got unfinished wood beads as well as some of these burgundy color ones. I ended up putting it in this Gorilla Tape so I could grab the items easier. And I strung up a fun pattern of the unfinished wood beads, the white ones and the burgundy ones, to create a base for a garland. I added my little ornament to the exact center, and then I took some scraps from that jute twine and tied them around 4 of the pumpkins that look like the ones Val sent me. Now we're going to go downstairs because this is where the magic happens with garlands. This garland I had left over from last year. I made it in a Dollar Tree DIY video, and it's just these burlap leaves. I take the little piece on the back because it's not glued on very well, and I kind of insert it like this, weave it through like a needle, and it's going to allow you to hook these all on this wire. And then I just had some additional beads in there to keep the leaves in place. Then on top of that, we're going to swag our beaded garland, making sure that the Hello Fall plaque is directly in the center. And I'm just hooking these to my mantle with some small command strips. With those jute twine tied pumpkins, we're going to tie them to the beaded strand. And then we have a fun layered look for the leaves as well as the pumpkins and the beads behind. I really like layering garlands. I think it makes it look a lot more full. I like the different colors, and I also like the idea of the pumpkins just hanging down instead of it going through the center of the pumpkin. After I had this beautiful garland set up, I thought my mantle looked a little bare, so I decided to add all of these faux pumpkins I had from last year. I threw a fun shower for one of my friends, and it was a pumpkin-themed baby shower, so I got a bunch of these from Walmart, and I decided to add those, a little bit of white spooky cloth from Dollar Tree, as well as some more of these pumpkins because I stocked up on those. They're such a great deal, and now my mantle looks like a pumpkin patch, and I couldn't be happier. The smaller ones on top are all from Dollar Tree. The rest are from Walmart, and I've been acquiring these over a few years, so don't think you have to have all of these things in one year. Grab a little bit and it makes it a lot more budget friendly. Also, if you are loving that artwork above my mantle, it is fake. Let me show you how I do it with the YouTube app.
All you have to do is go to search. I search for fall art frame TV, but there's a ton of different options. I like this one, which I will link down below. I'm sure other people like it too because it's got 3.3 million views. But all you have to do is turn it on, and then I usually go to my TV settings. I put it on cinema because if you look at the sports to cinema, it looks a lot more like a painting, a little more matte. And then your fall vibes are just so much better. So, a little quick tip there if you didn't already know.
Another item that shouldn't have given me a hard time but did was this sign. I was like, do I add a decal to it? What do I do? Well, I decided to use it actually as a little box to hold a floral arrangement. I have a table down in our front room where I sit in the morning with Finn and drink my coffee. I wanted to put some fall decor on it, but I didn't have anything that looked good enough that didn't take up the whole table so I can set my coffee cup there when we're reading books and things like that. So I'm taking this purple eucalyptus stem I got on clearance at Walmart. I'm just chopping it up with some tin snips and using some hot glue to have the pieces stay in place. Then I'm going to also add some more of those pieces from the Dollar Tree eucalyptus and another one of those Dollar Tree pumpkins. I'm using glue sparingly. I don't want everything to be like completely hooked down, but I don't want everything to fall off if Finn knocks it off the table. Then I'm going to use that extra pumpkin. I'm going to leave it on the stick, and I'm also going to pop off that extra acorn to add some texture. I'm also grabbing those little curly cues before I get rid of the stems because it's just going to add a little extra character, and it really gives me kind of Cinderella vibes and like the pumpkin carriage. I'm gluing everything just as I feel. If you ever heard of people online saying season your food with your heart? Well, I'm just adding florals to this with my heart wherever I feel like there's openings. And once everything is where I want it, it is good to go. Once you glue down those first pieces, you can kind of push in the other stems and it will stay. And this is the table in question. It's a very small table with a lamp on it already, but the way that I have it set up, I scooched it back a little bit and there is ample room for me to put my coffee as well as for the table to be nice and festive. Another option you could do for this, on top of making these colors match your home, is if you've got any small arrow signs like this, add it to it. It adds a little bit more character and you can make it your own. All right, now we're gonna grab the second challenge item and use the cardboard twist. So I started by removing the sticker on the back as well as the front part, all the pieces, and then I sanded it down and I painted the entire thing black, front, back, and sides. The more I looked at this, I couldn't get over the fact that it looked just like a potion bottle, and so that is what I ran with. Once I painted it black, I decided to take a piece of the box and cut some cardboard. And then I cut this Salem Apothecary, which I will have over on my blog. You can download it if you want to recreate this. And I printed it out on some sticker paper. So I cut it out so that I could apply it and make it a little bit 3D with the cardboard. Now you definitely don't need sticker paper. You could use regular paper and double-sided tape, and you can also stick it right to the jug if you want to recreate this. I just thought the 3D would give it a little extra oomph. I also thought just the flat black was looking a little blah, so I added back in the jute piece that was on the original kind of apple cider jug. I just got rid of the brown beads and made it a little bit shorter. And then I used a dry brush technique, so got rid of most of the paint on the paintbrush, and I run around the outside with some metallic gold, and then I did a quick brush down the center with some metallic silver. It really added kind of just like the fun Halloween, not super spooky vibes, because that is what I like. I'm not a super spooky Halloween individual. But once that dried, it looked way better, and I was able to just use a little bit of hot glue and attach my cardboard label to the bottle. I really love how this turned out, and honestly, I think it looks better than what I envisioned in my mind. Now, I know some of you are rolling your eyes and thinking that was a cop-out, literally just sticking it on the sign here. Well, don't you worry, because I'm going to show you another idea with cardboard, these Sanderson sisters. Now, did you know that you can cut cardboard in your Cricut machine? I knew that, but I had never done it until a few days ago, so I'm going to show you what I did. I ended up chopping up the box that Val sent me, and then I stuck it onto a Cricut mat. I also needed some painter's tape to make sure it didn't move around on the mat, and this is called a tape cap. You can get it on Amazon, and it is super helpful for not losing the end of your painter's tape, so I will link that down below. In my recent plywood video, I made these wood Sanderson sisters, and so many of you told me I don't have a laser, but I wish I could make it. Well, here's a way that you can make it with a Cricut machine, which I know a lot more of you have. I'm going to pop it in and use the regular blade on there, and I'm going to use the corrugated cardboard setting in Design Space. I'm using the same file that I got from Etsy for the Sanderson sisters, and it's a little pricey because it's a laser file, but you could use this concept with a ton of other items to make them 3D, but I will also link this if you're interested. I did 2 passes and it didn't go all the way through, so I had to use an X-Acto knife to pop out the bodies, and that then changed my mind on cutting out all the pieces with cardboard. I thought I could just do it like I did with the wood on my laser, and that wasn't going to cut it. So instead, I did the sister outlines in cardboard, and then I cut the rest out in vinyl. I just had to edit the files so that, you know, Sarah's hair was blonde, Winnie's was orange. I had to do the flesh tones as well as the dress colors. But once I did that, it was a quick and easy process, and I was able to then apply the hair to the faces, and then I did the faces to the bodies, and then I was able to take those and stick those right on to my little cardboard cutouts. I did the head first, and then I just peeled it back and applied it by hand instead of trying to use transfer tape to apply it. But because they're all the same size, it applied really easily. And if you don't like the sheen, you can use matte vinyl. I'm just using a bunch of different scraps, which is a great thing. It's a great scrap buster because I have a bunch of scraps that I never think to use, and I did on this project. This file also comes with different embellishments like binks and a bat and spider, all these different things, so you can decide what you want to add to it if you do this file, or you can definitely create your own. Now, I grabbed the little book stack from Val because I thought this would be a great way to make them stand up. So to make it match the vibes a little bit more, I painted it black and used hot glue to attach Mary and Sarah to either side. And then to attach Winnie, I used a scrap piece of that cardboard just to put in the center because I wanted to put more hot glue on that piece than on top of the vinyl because I wasn't quite sure. I don't really hot glue on top of vinyl a whole lot. But that worked out perfectly. If I were to make this just on my own, I would probably buy a Dollar Tree crate instead of a book stack so I could put some stuff in the back. That would be a really fun place to put candy or utensils for a hocus pocus party. I love this set together, and you'll have to let me know in the comments, what do you think of my use of the cardboard twist? Still left in the box was this 3-panel blank sign, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this. I've been thinking about doing a project like this for a while, and when I saw that Val sent me the perfect pieces, I just had to roll with it. So I left one white after I cut them apart. I did one black, and then I created a purple that I thought resembled the Haunted Mansion purple for the ride at Disney. I love Hocus Pocus, but I also love the Haunted Mansion, and I want to do a tiered tray setup that is Haunted Mansion themed this year, so I thought these signs would be perfect. Now, this is super niche, but this is definitely my personality. I combined the Haunted Mansion theme with Taylor Swift lyrics. Yes, I am a Swiftie, and I thought this would be so fun. So this is our place. We make the rules from the song Lover, but I also added there's always room for one more because that is from the ride. Once I applied it with some paper transfer tape, it went on beautifully, and that paper transfer tape is low tax, so you're not going to peel up any of that paint. And then I went on to do Can't Go Back, I'm Haunted with the house from the Taylor Swift song Haunted. And then I also used lyrics from the song Bejeweled for the Madame Leota one that says, I can still make the whole place shimmer. My original inspiration for this was a shirt I actually got from a company called The Lost Bros, and it is a Disney pop culture based shirt company, and they had a Haunted Mansion Taylor Swift t-shirt, and I wanted to make it my own. I finished it off by breaking apart some clothespins and gluing the one half to the back, so then that way these will all sit up and be the perfect addition to my Haunted Mansion tiered tray. It's still a little early for Halloween in my house. Over here we're just doing fall, but be sure that you are subscribed and getting notifications, and I'll share it with you when I do. That's going to do it for this installment of the Dollar Tree Mystery Box Challenge. A huge thank you to Courtney for always coordinating these. I know you guys love watching these, so I am so thankful to her for keeping this going for so long. I have such a blast making these videos and being a part of this challenge. Also, thank you to Val for sending me a awesome, fun-filled fall box to DIY with, and sending some crafty love over to Jamie. Hopefully he's not too upset with the challenge items I sent him. Head to his video next to see what it is and see how he handles the challenge. Be sure to subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any future fall DIYs here on my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!